All right, so let's start with the signature riff, the part that everybody knows from this song, the part that goes. So if you're absolutely beginner and you want to play the easiest version of this, what I think you would do is something like this. Left hand. You put that together, you've got so in my right hand, I've got a C major first inversion, just a triad. So E, G, C. Then I go up to this E, D. And then I've got this F major triad, just in root position, that I'm going to walk through like this. C, A, F, C, A, F, C. With that little pause in there. 1 and 2 and 4 and. You put that together, you've got now, if that's easy for you, what you want to start to add in is these extra notes. So all you're going to do is, when you get to the top here, this E, you're going to add a G below it, and then you just move that shape down parallel to F and D. So and now on this F chord, if you can, you want to get an F along with the C to start it. If you really want to get the authentic sound that, Elton John uses on the original recording, you want to get this F and a G with that C. So this is what you're going to play. So you've got all right. Now for the left hand, you could start with just C and G to C and A. If you want to get more advanced, you can add an octave on C, but still just the G and A are the only thing changing. So and now if you really want to get advanced with this, you want to start adding movement into the left hand. And there's, depending on which version of this song you listen to, Elton does kind of different things with his left hand. On the original recording, he does a pattern that's more like 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So that would be like. And there's a lot of different variations on it. You know, he never really plays it exactly the same anytime. And if you listen to more recent live recordings, he's doing just pretty much eighth notes the whole time. He doesn't really go to that D very much, I don't think, anymore, but... And you just kind of want to get the level of these internal notes down, so... And if you listen to the really recent recordings of him, he actually changes this part to... He's adding in that little bluesy run, going up to the B flat and walking down those thirds, which is really cool. And it's not on the original recording. So this song it's always kind of evolving, and you know, you should kind of take whatever you can from all these different things he does and make it your own style. All right, now for the rest of the song, the basic rhythm is what I would call like a 3-2-3 kind of feel, where it's 3 16th notes, 2 16th notes, 3 16th notes, like 1 E and like 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3. And you know, left hand you can be doing whatever pattern you want, but that's most of the verse, most of the chorus is going to be that feel. The pre-chorus is more of an eighth note feel, which is kind of its own thing. But for the most part, everything else in the song is going to have that. 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3. All right, so let's move on to the chords. All right, so the intro, the main theme is just a... This is a... This is a C major to F over C is what we call this. Now, if you've never seen a slash chord before, the way that they work is that the top note here is the chord that you play in your right hand, and this bottom is the note that you play in your left hand. So we've got an F major triad over the note C. And that's all that the intro is just those two chords. Then we get to the verse. Now, this song has got a lot of parts, and it's probably more than you've played before. Most songs, you know, it's like a verse, a chorus, a bridge, maybe. This song, the verse has 3 different endings. The pre-chorus is in a different key, and we don't get to the chorus until almost 2 minutes into the song. So it's really epic, long chord progressions, but that's what makes this song so great. It just takes a while to learn all the parts. So go slow, take it one section at a time. So let's start with the verse. Instead of doing our riff, we're just going to kind of hang on C. So we've got C, C, C to F. Then we repeat that. Then we've got C. And now for C sus, all we're going to do is take this E and move it up to F. Maybe kind of go back to C. So like C to C sus, C. And now we're on to the first ending, which is F over A. And we'll do an F in second inversion. Root is in the middle. And we move that parallel up to G over B. So let's take that whole first time through the verse. We've got Blue Jean Baby, LA Lady, C sus, F over A. same thing for the second verse. First 3 bars are the same, and then we get to that C to C sus to F over A. And now we're into the real meat of the second ending, which is F. We'll do that first inversion. Down to E minor, first inversion. Up to A minor, first inversion. And now here's another slash chord, D7 over F sharp. So it's a D7 chord, which is like a D major triad with that flat 7 on top. We're going to take that flat 7 and move it to the bottom. So we've got this voicing, and then over F sharp. So we've got A minor to D7 over F sharp, back to F, first inversion, and now we're going to go to an E7, and we're going to do it kind of similar with the 7 below the root, and if we can, we want to grab this, what should be called a G sharp on this thing here, but it says A flat, which is fine. If we can grab that as an octave, that would be great. And then back to A minor, first inversion, and then G over B. Okay, so that's a lot right there. Let's take that again. We've got top of the second ending. We start on F over A. Now F to E minor, A minor, D7 over F sharp, F, E7, A minor, G over B. Now you could do that G over B also as a G7. You could add a 7 to that. And now we're back to the top of the verse, the third time. C, F over C, C, F over C, C, C sus. Now we're down to the third ending, which I call like the walk down. So it goes G, second inversion, and it's all parallel here. F, second inversion, E minor, second inversion, D minor, second inversion. So G, F, and then we go back to the main theme here for 2 bars. All right, so let's do the whole verse, all 3 endings. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sus, first ending, back to the top, C sus, second ending, F, minor, D7 over F sharp, F, E7, A minor, G7 over B. Back to the top. C sus, third ending, then the riff. Okay, then the whole verse happens again, the band comes in and we do everything again, all 3 endings. After that, we move on to the pre-chorus, and we're going to change keys here. Our first chord, we're also going to change the rhythm too. So instead of doing this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, we go to more of just a kind of straight eighth note feel. So it's 1, 2, oh how it feels so real, lying here with no one near, only you, and you can't hear me when I say softly, slowly. Okay, so eighth notes, we're going to be starting with an A flat in first inversion. Then we're going up to a B flat in first inversion, to a G minor, first inversion, back to A flat. Now A flat, that's C, E flat, A flat. B flat is D, F, B flat. G is B flat, G minor, B flat, D, G. And then it goes back to A flat here, and it does another whole measure of A flat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then B flat, 2 and 3 and 4, and G over B, we'll do that second inversion. So D, G, B over B, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and just move the bass note to D, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and now we are on to the chorus, which is probably the easiest part of the song. That's just F, F, E minor, D minor. And then we go to G over A. You kind of call it like an A minor sus, but I think it's easier just to think about it as a G over A. And all these chords I'm doing in second inversion. So F, second inversion, E minor, D minor, F, E minor, G over A. Second line, same as the first, D minor, with this passing E to E minor, and then G over A again. And he likes to do stuff like, and all I'm doing there is just going through the inversions of G. Or you could go to like an octave. Just kind of mix it up when you're hanging on that G over A. So that's just the first ending. It does the whole thing again. The orchestra comes in. It's super epic. And the last time we go G over A to F over A to G over A to F, G. You could do that as F over A to G over B as well. And that'll bring you back to the verse. Okay, so let's do everything from the pre-chorus through the chorus. All right, sorry, I know it's a little small. I got limited screen space here. So we're going to go from the pre-chorus to the chorus. 1, 2, 3, and pre-chorus. Oh, how it feels so real. G minor to A flat. A flat again. To B flat. To G over B. To G over D. To the chorus. F, E minor, D minor. Now the headlights on top of the chorus. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. The second ending. To F over A. To F over A. To G over B. Top. And those are all of the parts. Again, we're not really doing too much going on for rhythm right now, but there is a lot of stuff going on. He's always kind of keeping the movement happening. So once you feel good with the chords, start working on making it come to life, adding in those extra notes in the left hand, walking some notes in the right hand. There's just so many ways that you can kind of add texture to this. But make sure you've got your chords really nailed down before you get into that stuff. All right, good luck.